Is this Darlinghurst or Delhi? Melbourne or Mumbai? Well, it could be any of the above, because the late Australian chef Bill Granger's famous avocado toast is having its moment in the Indian sun.
They love it, all of them. Ever since we started, almost every other customer has ordered avocado toast.
For baker turned cafe owner Ritu Pagarani, putting avocado on the menu was a given.
So we had an avo toast, we had an avo salad. We also were doing an avo sandwich, but we had to cut it back because we're like, that's way too much avocado. But I mean, clearly not too much avocado there's nothing like too much avocado, basically.
But avocado toast with an Indian twist isn't just trending in cafes. For 250 rupee, or around $4.50, food vendors are taking it to the street. And that's giving more Indians a chance to acquire a taste for the versatile avocado. For younger Indians, avo toast is proving the perfect entree to trying the fruit. For others, it's been the addition of a whole different cuisine that started their love affair.
Do you remember the first time you tried an avocado?
It was a Mexican place and it was in the form of guacamole. You know, it's so creamy and it's so versatile. Like, it takes on the flavor of whatever you add to it. So that's what I love about avocados.
With many similar ingredients to Indian food like rice, cumin and vegetables, burritos, nachos and tacos with a healthy dose of guacamole have found a place in the country's restaurant landscape.
First time they tried and they said, wow, it tastes very nice. Yeah? So then it's become very habitual for them to add avocado in their meal.
Australian Hass avocados are being exported to India for the first time.
Hi everybody, I'd just like to welcome you all to our home. We're very, very excited to have you here today, be able to showcase our orchard and our management systems to you and our pack house.
And at Daryl and Sally Boardman's orchard and pack house, about 2 hours west of Brisbane, Indian importers and retailers are taking a close look and taste at what's on offer.
The Indian market, I think, is a positive. We just need more markets to sell the increasing volume of avocados being grown in Australia.
Last year, 10 trial deliveries of Australian Hass were sent to India to prove the quality of the offering and meet the country's stringent biosecurity and food import requirements.
They'll grow fruit after 1 year, but commercial amounts of fruit takes probably 5 years.
With those protocols finalised and exporting growers accredited, commercial shipments are underway. And having a new market is a win for farmers like Daryl Boardman, who's still dealing with the fallout of consecutive bumper crops and oversupply.
We could maybe set 5 to 10%, and it may even be more if we've got the right quality, depending on price point and what the domestic market's doing. But if the market's right, we'll send as much there as we can, I guess.
India already imports avocados from New Zealand, Tanzania, Chile, Peru and Kenya. But Australian Hass have the edge when it comes to quality, lower shipping costs and a sweet deal on duty, with India phasing out the 30% tariff imposed on the fruit by 2028.
This one is a deal changer. It's actually one that opens up a market that's got massive potential for growth.
Last financial year, Australia produced more than 10,500 tonnes of the fruit, worth more than $58 million. India imports around $4.8 million worth of avocados now, but that's growing. Anthony Allen is head of Brisbane-based The Evolution, which distributes and markets avocados on behalf of 120 growers across the country.
Go into a cool room and then they'll come out to be packed and then go back.
The Australia-India trade deal has proven an almost overnight success. Anthony Allen says there's been a lot of interest from growers keen to jump on board, but he's frank that exporting isn't for everyone.
Building the right relationship base, building the right supply chain connections, and then have it handled by your partner at the other end. All of those things are tied together and they're all moving parts. which means you've got to work very hard to make all that work.
Seeing is believing for Indian partner Anasaya Fresh, which has started taking deliveries of these avocados in Mumbai.
Locally in India, there is always a question, where does it come from, how is it packed, we want to see, etc., etc. So I'm today here to witness how the product is being harvested, how it is sorted, graded, and then packed into trays and then exported to India.
And that plays a big part for him in selling the fruit back home.
Just imagine the number of Indians, every Indian eating a single avocado a day. We are busy for the 365 days.
The almost year-round supply of Australian Hass is a big win for Indian buyers. Western Australia has already filled export requirements from Christmas, while Queensland growers have taken over since May. And already Anasaya Fresh has increased orders from 1 container to 3 containers a week.
In Mumbai specifically.
Trading starts early at this wholesale produce market in Mumbai. Regular customers drop by to pick up their trays of Australian Hass.
Australian avocados, they have a wow factor. In our company, we call it as a green gold.
These trays of green gold will make their way to modern supermarkets, street stores and be on-sold at the Mandi next door. This Mandi, which is Hindi for market, is one of the largest in India. It's where farmers, commissioning agents, wholesalers and retailers come together to trade their wares. And it can get fast and furious. This place is an assault on the senses, the smells, sights and sounds. At this early stage, growers are getting a premium price for their avocados, but it means Indian consumers can be paying as much as $6 a piece.
Yes, price plays a very important and vital role, but that is for a different segment. But for the 1% that we cater, they require the cream, they require the cream.
To ensure that quality remains high, the handling and distribution of the fruit is monitored at all stages. From cold rooms to careful handling and a dedicated ripening chamber, there are a range of protocols in place for minimum spoilage. Long-term, Avinash Bansode expects Australia will rival New Zealand's 41% share of the market.
Australian avocados will penetrate drastically into Indian market. Its contribution in the fresh fruit imported category will be approximately, I see, 36 to 37%.
While avocados have made their way onto toast and into burritos, they remain a premium product in India for the growing middle class.
Well, this looks absolutely delicious, but I've got to say I wasn't expecting to see sushi or sushi with avocado here in India.
We have given the vegetarian avatar to the sushis by using very exotic products like avocados and asparagus.
And are you finding that people are keen to try this?
Yes, definitely. The avocado sushis are our top sellers.
Dear customer, this festive season...
Stores like these cater for international tastes, for Indians who've travelled and want to buy what they've sampled abroad. They're also a place for health-conscious younger generations and those with a greater focus on their personal well-being.
We use it in our cafes. We use it to make dips like guacamoles. Yeah, we do avocado smoothies out of it. So all this avocado being a very superfruit, high in protein, it has good cholesterols in it, good fat, you can say. It's now become a wellness product for us.
Trays of Australian Hass can also be bought at these so-called mum and dad stores and on street carts. One avo costs $2.70, which is around half the price of the upmarket stores, but still 4 times more than a loaf of bread.
Customer like avocado, Australia. Demanded, I want Australia avocado, not another city. New Zealand, come or not. I need Australian avocado.
For now, affordability remains the barrier to avocado domination. But thanks to technology and rapidly expanding connectivity in this country, there's no problem with availability.
quick commerce is swiftly becoming a dominant feature in India's landscape. So if you can't pop out to the shops to buy your avocado, or anything else for that matter, you can have it delivered within minutes. Hi there. How are you?
Fine.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. And there you have it.
There's a way to go before avocados are an everyday food for the everyday person. But with an estimated 100 million Indians, 11.4% of the population living with diabetes, cricket royalty spruiking the health benefits could be one way to educate the masses.
It's not hard to speak about something you love. I've been indulging in Australian avocados now for a very, very young 47 years. And it's been a massive staple part of my diet growing up.
With Australian Hass now in the country, the first test is won. The next is building consumer awareness and consumption habits.
Indian cuisine, avocados are going to fit in fabulously because we do need a good fat source, which is missing, I feel, in our diet.
Nutritionist Kavita Devgan says she can see a time when avocados will make up a staple in Indian cuisine. And Australia's timing couldn't be more perfect.
So this is just the time for a food which is a perfect combination of taste, health, and also versatility, which is avocado, to make an appearance in India, because I think people will be far more receptive today about this fruit.
Like Australia was 30 years ago, India is just at the start of its avocado journey. But the growers who've signed up to take part have the goods and are ready to go the distance.
Right now, we've got an abundance of avocados. We're expecting to reach about 170,000 tonnes of production by 2026, and the ability to grow and supply more if the opportunities arise.
With its affluent population alone on its way to 100 million people, there's room for exports to smash all expectations.
Per capita consumption of avocados in Australia is over 5 kilograms per person, likely to exceed 6 kilograms per person in the next few years. And so we're very focused on India. We want to be part of the growth story of avocados in India.
A story that's only just starting to be written.